The defending Super Bowl champs are in the city of brotherly love tonight. We'll have your fantasy picks for that NFL showdown. The NFL injuries continue to pile up. We'll tell you about some of the big names that will not be playing in week number 6. And we'll preview game 5 of the National League Division Series between the Dodgers and the Giants. Winner take all. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the big show. I'm Jim Ginocchio, former sportscaster with Turner Broadcasting and NBC here in Atlanta. Joining me from Los Angeles, Hollywood producer and one of the leading fantasy sports experts, Ross the Boss. Howdy, partner.
I'm Ross the Boss, and I want to talk Superdraft Pro with you, cowboy. Wow. I mean, yesterday was hockey. What a great night. Ovechkin, 2 goals. He's trying to break Gretzky's record. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I don't know if you watched the TNT first broadcast ever of hockey yesterday, but
I did. It was good to see a full crowd too.
Yeah, full crowd. They had 6 people there at the table during halftime. Too many guys. Too many. I mean, you know, again, like you had 2 guys there didn't say one word. I mean, you could put a mannequin up there. It's the same thing. Ross the Boss there. At least I would talk.
Absolutely. You add some excitement.
But I mean, I'm Jim, like you mentioned, I'm excited for football, baseball, hockey, basketball starting up next week. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, so am I, buddy. Hey, by the way, I got to turn back the pages of time a little bit here. We'll talk a little baseball. I found something late yesterday, and Greg will put it on the screen. It's this historic baseball website that I got it off of. If you look closely, it talks about it's October 13th, 1971. This is 50 years ago, TV guide. It says the 4th game of the series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Baltimore Orioles will be telecast tonight in prime time from Pittsburgh. Here's the key. The first time a World Series game has ever been played at night. Kurt Gowdy and Bob Prince report. Oh, wow. Ross, I can tell you this is a New York TV guide because it's Channel 4 WNBC in New York. And look, even Bewitched was on at ABC, the number 1 show for them.
I mean, I didn't know 1971 was the first time they ever did a night World Series game.
I didn't realize either.
I thought it was in the 60s they had them. But I guess they all had day games and people had to take off work and go to the World Series, which I did not know, which is a great fact. And I love how you found that. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. All right, enough of the memorabilia. Hey, game 5 of the National League Division Series starts tonight in San Francisco. Giants and Dodgers have won 109 games to this point. And I'll tell you what a pitcher's duel we got there, Ross the Boss. 24-year-old Logan Webb starts for the Giants. He throws some wicked stuff, but I'll tell you, Webb has a history this year as well. He's been back and forth to the minor leagues several times over the last few months, but his record in the big league, 11-3, 3.03 ERA. Gabe Kapler and the team believe in him in a big way. Meantime, 25-year-old Julio Urias gets the ball for the Dodgers. The Dodgers have always been known for great pitching. Urias is 20-3 with a 2.96 ERA, including the playoffs so far this year. But get this, overall, Urias has pitched 18 postseason games. His ERA in those games, Ross, 1.25. So as you know, Ross, Urias closed out the World Series last year.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I was there. I saw him pitch the last 3 innings, and he was lights out.
Yeah.
I mean, both these guys are great under pressure. I don't think that's going to mean anything. It's going to come down to whose bats light up. I mean, the Dodgers bats were not doing that great beginning this series. The last game, they were unbelievable. I mean, if I had to pick a team, you're putting me on the thing here. I'm going to take the Dodgers just because I think they have more star power. And I feel that their all-stars are going to just light it up tonight. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be a great game. I'm excited.
All right. Well, I'll go with the Giants since you're going with the Dodgers because I got to interrupt your pick. You know, I mean, I got to do that. So, and it's in San Francisco. All right. So the Braves, of course, will be watching tonight's game. And they are waiting for a trip to the National League Championship Series. Here's the interesting point, though, Ross. The Giants, if they win, will host Game 1 of the National League Championship Series Saturday in San Francisco. However, if the Dodgers win, they will have to go to Atlanta for Game 1 of the NLCS. Reason being, the Braves won their division. The Dodgers, a wild card team. Dodgers 106 wins, Braves 88. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It happens in football too. The division champion will. It doesn't matter if they win the division and they play a wild card team. The division champion always hosts. Same thing in baseball.
Yeah,
I get it. I don't think it's fair. But that's
I don't
the
either.
Rule. That's
and
the
I'm
rule.
in Atlanta.
And Atlanta, but I don't think home field advantage means that much. I really don't, especially now. I think the Dodgers and if it's the Dodgers or San Francisco, home field doesn't matter. And it's
Yeah.
just like tonight, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I agree with you on that one. NFL fantasy news. Let's talk some quarterbacks. Quarterback Russell Wilson, who injured his finger last week. It was very obvious on network television. Geno Smith will take his place. He's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Meantime, the Giants are simply just hurting. I mean, they got an infirmary going in New York. Daniel Jones suffered a concussion. He's questionable about week 6. Saquon Barkley out 1 to 2 weeks. And Kenny Golladay is out for several weeks, the wide receiver. So you got the starting quarterback, the starting running back, and the starting wide receiver. Kansas City running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire will not play in week 6 due to a knee injury. One of the big picks up this week is Darrell Williams, so watch for him. Last but not least, we all both know this. Tight end Rob Gronkowski doesn't look like he's going to play tonight.
Not playing.
So with Ross, with those things going on in the NFL, that brings us to our matchup tonight between the Buccaneers and, of course, the Eagles. So let's talk some fantasy picks in tonight's game.
So tonight's game, you know who's the worst pass defense in the NFL, Jim?
Who's that?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are number 32 at pass defense. On rush
wow.
defense, though, they're number 3, only giving up 45 yards a game. So you know what Ross the Boss is doing tonight? He's not taking anybody, no running backs from Philadelphia are being picked on my team at all tonight. So Gainwell and Sanders, they're not being picked. So cross those idiots out. We're not taking them. So for my chance, this is my strategy tonight. And I think everybody and their mother is going to take Brady as the champion. Ross the Boss is going against the grain. He's so low anyway. It's 1.0 multiplier. I'll take Brady in the super flex. I'll take Hurts in the super flex. Champion mode. I feel this guy lights up when the lights are on. The lights are on. Prime time. Antonio Brown with the multiplier. He's a 2.7. Yeah. 2.7 for Antonio
Isn't
Brown.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
And I feel he's Brady's good friend. He let Tony Brown stay at his house for a few months when he was moving down to Tampa. I mean,
and you know what though, Ross the Boss, I think it's a negative effect though, because Brown and Brady are so close, and Godwin's stats have gone down because Brady is really.
Well, Godwin still leads the team in receptions and yards. So let's
but touchdowns, it's Brown. Yeah,
it's Brown, and I'm going to take Brown as the champion. Ertz and Brady are both going to be played, so you play them. Of course, you put them in the super flex. Another person I like is Devante Smith, the rookie from Alabama, the Heisman Trophy guy. His multiplier is 1.75, which I think is generous. Take that. I love saying this. I'm going to say it. Hurts to Ertz. Hurts to Ertz. Dallas Goedert isn't playing tonight. He has COVID. He's out. Ertz is their only tight end. He loves throwing to Ertz. Hurts to Ertz all day long.
Announcers like that.
And you know what his multiplier is, Jim? Guess what Ertz's multiplier is. Just guess.
Probably, I would guess, being the leading tight end for the Eagles, he's got to be 1.4.
2.15.
Wow.
You can even, between you and I, you champion that. You get that's 1.5 more.
Absolutely.
Another guy you got to throw in the mix is Mike Evans, 1.5.
Yep.
Another guguy, because Gronk isn't playing, and we always say these tight ends always come up huge for some reason on primetime games.
You're going to say Brate,
Cameron Brate, Cameron Brate. Love him. You know what his multiplier is?
He's got to be up there. I would have to say it's got to be over 2.
2.65.
Wow.
I actually, you know what I did? Don't tell anybody. I actually did something crazy. I put him as the champion. He's over 3 now. As a multiplier, because I'm thinking if he catches 1 touchdown, that's like catching 3.5 touchdowns. And Brady loves throwing the tight end. I mean, Gronk hasn't been playing the past couple weeks, and OJ Howard's not his target. It's Brant. And I think it's going to keep happening tonight. And tonight, just I like giving weather reports now because I think weather's going to start playing a big factor starting in October.
Boy, it did with Brady against New England.
And I like it's 72 degrees, supposed to be clear, supposed to be beautiful, perfect weather in Philadelphia tonight. So weather's not going to be a factor. If you like to take a kicker, I kind of like Suck Up. We'll see what happens. I love that name. I feel if you got to take a kicker, you want to throw a kicker in there, you can throw him in if you're playing 4 like I am tonight.
Yeah.
But tonight's game should be a good one. I'm excited. And again, the Eagles, I think they'll fly tonight. I think there'll be a big offensive game. The over-under is 52.
Yeah.
And
I think it's going to be over 52, honestly. And I'll tell you something else too. I did a little homework on Brady, and it's really amazing as to what he's really accomplished at 44 years old. Last week, of course, he threw 5 touchdowns, over 400 yards, and no interceptions. Ross, it's only been done 14 times in the NFL.
His stats are amazing. I mean, he's the number one rated quarterback in the NFL right now. He's leading stats. He's beating everybody right now. That's unbelievable.
It really. Now here's a crazy one. Right? Okay. At 44 years old, he's making the other 44-year-olds that played quarterback in the past look really bad. I mean, you remember the Testaverdes and the DeBergs and the Blandes and all those guys, right? Well, if you combine all of their records at 44 years old, they had 13 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Brady, to this point, 5 games in, has 15 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Brady also has 1,767 yards passing in 5 games. And those guys in their lifetime over 44 only had 1,500. I mean, the stats are mind-boggling.
They're mind-boggling. And again, I'll tell my audience one more time, with the pass defense of Tampa Bay being so bad, and with Tom Brady being on full steam ahead.
Yeah.
I feel it's going to be a passing attack. Stay away from the rushers tonight. It's going to be all about the receivers. I'm Ross the Boss, and I love talking Superdraft Pro with you guys.
Are you saying it's going to be an air show?
It's going to be, it's going to be Hurts running. Hurts will also be running the ball.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was watching Brady run for a first down last week, and I think I'm faster than Tom Brady. I really do. I really do. I mean, he should not be running. He's not fast, and he's very slow, but there was a bunch of green in front of him. He ran for the first down, and thank God he didn't get hit and got hurt. But all being said, I'm faster than Tom Brady right now.
Yeah,
and you know what? I mean, again, nothing against Tom Brady. He's an unbelievable athlete, but Tom, don't run the ball. Whatever you do, stay in the pocket and just throw the ball away. Don't run.
One thing about Brady, I can say, I mean, the Mannings did it. Some of the great quarterbacks, including Mahomes now, they see the game in slow motion. So as they're playing this thing, they're seeing things, I mean, so clearly in comparison to everybody else that's what makes them a step ahead.
Oh, I agree. I mean, it's a whole, I mean, every year people are fighting taking Tom Brady as a fantasy person.
Oh, absolutely.
As you know, I'm a leading fantasy expert, and I always have Tom in the top 5 fantasy players for quarterbacks every year, no doubt. And people try to, he's old. This is going to be the year that he's going to show his age. I said, until he does that, I'm staying on the Brady train. And I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I'll tell you that much. I never liked Michigan. I never liked the Patriots. I'm okay with Tampa Bay just because they're known to be like not a great franchise, but I'm glad they're winners now. But what I'm saying is this: I'm not one of these Brady guys, but you know what? When you talk about the GOAT, he is the GOAT. No one's going to knock him off that throne.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a long, long time till somebody does what he does. But I don't think I'll ever see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to the Eagles and the Buccaneers on Fox tonight, Thursday Night Football. Hey, real quickly, click on the Superdraft app. It's right below the screen here that you're watching our show on. And click the Elite Package. You can play as many as 120 contests in 30 days. Ross and I are doing it. It's so much fun.
It's fun, but it's also, if you want to be a winner like Ross the Boss, you got to do the Elite Package. I know it's more money, but it's worth it. It's subscription based. It's legal in all 50 states, like we say all the time.
Yep.
But it's definitely worth the price of admission. I love it. You love it. Everybody loves it.
Everybody loves it. All right. Listen, you can catch our fantasy show Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern live, and it's 10 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. Our special weekend edition, of course, includes college football, the National Football League, and, of course, a lot more than that. That show can be caught on Saturdays beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Easy for me to say. Hey, Ross the Boss, that's it. We're done.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm excited for this weekend.
All right. I am too. Take care, you guys.